You ever watch a movie thinking it's just a sexy rom-com, and suddenly you're crying, questioning life, Googling medical symptoms, and whispering, "Damn, Anne Hathaway really is that pretty?" Yeah, that was me with Love and Other Drugs. Today, I want to take you through this film in full chronological order. Why Anne Hathaway absolutely steals this movie, and why the emotional depth sneaks up on you like a ninja. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's go on this soft erotic pharmaceutical emotional roller coaster. All right, so the movie opens with Jamie Randall, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who honestly might be the most charming little menace ever created. I swear his superpower isn't flirting, it's irresponsibility with confidence. He works in an electronics store, flirting with customers, making sales with pure chaos, and somehow doing absolutely everything except his job. He gets fired, obviously, but he gets fired in the funniest way possible. The "we love you, but also, please leave" kind of way. I'm telling you, if charm were currency, Jamie would be Jeff Bezos. Anyway, Jamie ends up joining the pharmaceutical sales world, which is like sending a golden retriever into the Hunger Games. He wants money, success, and let's be honest, phone numbers. He gets paired with this mentor dude named Bruce, who lives in a permanent state of caffeine, stress, and desperation. Together, they try to push Pfizer meds onto doctors like they're selling Girl Scout cookies, but with way more moral ambiguity. While all this emotional chaos is unfolding, Jamie is rising fast in the pharmaceutical world. Pfizer releases the drug that becomes the obsession of the decade, the legend, the myth, the bedtime story of every insecure man in America, Viagra. Overnight, Jamie goes from "please prescribe Zoloft" to the man, the myth, the pill dealer. Doctors love him. Nurses love him. Random old men love him. Humanity is thriving. He's successful. He's rich. He's important. But guess what? The happier his career gets, then we meet Maggie Murdoch. And this is where Anne Hathaway walks in. Looks at the camera with her existence and just ends careers. I mean, this woman? She shows up in a baggy sweater, messy curly hair, zero makeup, and still looks like the CEO of beauty. But here's the thing. The film doesn't just make her gorgeous, it makes her interesting. She's witty. She's sarcastic. She's sharp. She's fearless. She's also dealing with early-onset Parkinson's. And Jamie? Jamie meets her in a doctor's office in the most awkward, chaotic way possible because of course he does. He's pretending to be a medical tech, taking photos, doing weird Jamie stuff, and Maggie immediately calls him out. Instantly. No hesitation. From that moment, the chemistry between them is just fire. Not slow burn. Not gentle warm glow. I'm talking TNT strapped to a lighter. So Maggie and Jamie start, well, let's call it what it is. Premium level situationship. No labels. No commitments. Just two hot people making terrible emotional decisions together. They both think they're protecting themselves. Jamie doesn't want to feel locked down. Maggie doesn't want to be someone's obligation because of her illness. It's messy. It's chaotic. It's hilarious. And it's so human it hurts. But the wild thing? Even while they're insisting this is casual, you can see the feelings creeping in like unwanted software updates. Jamie finds himself caring, actually caring, helping Maggie, checking on her symptoms, showing up. And Maggie, who has built this fortress around her heart, starts accidentally lowering her emotional firewall every time. Jamie acts like a real human being instead of a pharmaceutical golden retriever. They're falling in love, and they both kind of hate that. While all this emotional chaos is unfolding, Jamie is rising fast in the pharmaceutical world. Pfizer releases the drug that becomes the obsession of the decade, the legend, the myth, the bedtime story of every insecure man in America. Viagra. Overnight, Jamie goes from "please prescribe Zoloft" to the man. Maggie's Parkinson's becomes more visible. And this part hits hard, not because it's sad, but because the movie treats it with honesty instead of pity. Maggie is so much more than her condition. She's bold. She's independent. She refuses to let the world treat her like she's fragile. But she also suffers. The tremors, the frustration, the unpredictability, the fear of being a burden. And as Jamie starts caring more, Maggie starts pulling back. Not because she doesn't love him, but because she doesn't want him to be stuck in a life he didn't choose. That's the thing about this movie. The romance is beautiful precisely because it's not easy, Eventually, the tension hits its peak. Jamie becomes obsessed with finding treatments, cures, clinical studies, anything that might fix Maggie. He wants to help, but he's doing it in the worst way possible, by acting like her disease is a problem he can solve if he just tries hard enough. Maggie finally snaps. She tells him that she doesn't need a hero. She doesn't need a doctor. She needs a partner, someone who loves her as she is, not as he hopes she'll be. And Jamie, who is usually charming and smooth, breaks down. He loves her. He knows he loves her, but he's terrified. Terrified of losing her. Terrified of changing his whole life. Terrified of not being enough. It's messy. It's painful. It's real. This movie doesn't sugarcoat love. It shows the ugly, raw, honest parts that movies usually skip. There's a moment when Jamie goes to a Parkinson support community and sees older couples, loving, patient, committed, taking care of each other through every stage of the illness. It breaks him, but in a good way, because he finally realizes love isn't about guarantees. It's about choosing someone even when the future is uncertain. And that is when Jamie becomes the version of himself Maggie always deserved. He rushes back to her, they have this incredibly emotional moment, and he finally says the thing he's been running from. He chooses her, not the easy version of her. Not the maybe she'll get better someday version. Her! Exactly as she is. Today. Tomorrow. However many tomorrows they get. And Maggie, she lets herself believe she deserves that kind of love. Now let me be real for a second. Love and Other Drugs is one of the rare romance films that actually shows what grown-up love looks like. It's inconvenient. It's terrifying. It's messy. It's not symmetrical or perfect. It doesn't always make sense, and sometimes it hurts like hell. But it also shows that love is a choice. A daily choice. A choice to stay. A choice to support. A choice to be vulnerable even when vulnerability feels like a trapdoor. And Anne Hathaway? My God! Her performance is so real, so raw, so sharp, so filled with emotion that she elevates the entire movie. She plays Maggie like a person, not a plot device. She's radiant and heartbreaking at the same time. I swear, this might be one of her best roles. So yeah, I went into this movie expecting jokes, romance, and maybe a little spice. But I left with a whole therapy session, emotional damage, and a stronger appreciation for love that chooses, love that stays, and love that accepts imperfection. It's funny, it's deep, it's sexy, it's heartbreaking, it's hopeful. It's the kind of movie that sneaks into your chest and builds a small Airbnb inside your emotions. If you watch this far, thank you for hanging out with me. Seriously, talking about movies like this is one of my favorite things. If you like videos where I break down films in a real, human, honest way, then hey, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and tell me what movie you want next. Because trust me, I've got opinions. And if you want part 2 or a breakdown of a different film, let me know. All right? Thanks for being here. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next video.